Hello everybody, my name is Vanessa Rooney and I'm one of the Advanced Skills Lecturer in Library and Information Studies at North Metropolitan TAFE. I'd like to welcome you to our short orientation morning, and I just have an overview about the sorts of courses that we offer or qualifications that we offer in Library and Information Services. I hope you can see the slides that I have up here now. We offer 3 qualifications: Certificate 3, Certificate 4 and Diploma of Library and Information Services. Note that the diploma, which is 12 months full time, is, I mean, they're all nationally recognised qualifications. However, the diploma is the ALIA accredited qualification, and that allows membership to the ALIA, which is the Australian Library and Information Association accreditation for that particular course. So that's probably a good thing to think about when you decide what you'd like to enroll into. But I'll talk a little bit more about some of the requirements as we go through this qualifications. So the first one I have up here is the Certificate 3, and that's 6 months full time. Of course, this is available part time. And this certificate is a very good introduction into the library and information services industry. And you can see there we have lots of different skills that you come out with, including cataloguing, preparing and shelving materials, having or getting some experience on the circulation counter or sort of front of house duties, using computer applications and using multimedia. Now that, like I said, you can do that part-time over 12 months, 6 months full-time face-to-face. And, you know, this is a very, very good starting qualification for those of you who don't have any library experience at all. Okay, it's very, very good in terms of sort of establishing or bedding down those foundation skills. Just move on to the next slide. Okay, so a typical study schedule for a Cert 3 will be 4 days of classes per week. So do expect to be on campus 4 days a week, and also set time aside for out of class activities and preparing assessments. You can, of course, even if you commence any of the qualifications, if you find that it's getting sort of too onerous, or you've sort of taken on too much, then those very early weeks you are able to amend your enrolment without too much bother at all. So that's a really good thing to keep in mind, or you can alternatively go online. Now the Certificate 4 is 6 months full time, and we do have students who have got some library and information services experience under their belt that may want to look at the Certificate 4. And again, it's just a sort of the next level up in terms of skills acquired. So there's units that include things like leadership and working in teams, and WHS, which is very, very important across all industries. And then, of course, we've got more customer service. There's a lot more information and engagement with assisting clients to access information. So more like starting to look like reference services now, and presenting information to clients. And then there's more cataloguing, interlibrary loans, searching databases at a sort of a higher level than what you would have been doing at Cert 3, using more multimedia, sort of really delving into different sorts of library management systems. And the good thing about TAFE is that we have all of this sort of software and equipment at the college. So we sort of, you know, using it in real time. And also, we've got a unit which is to do with developing a web presence and social media in the library and information services industry. So you can sort of see the skills are starting to sort of build a little bit in the Cert 4, still 6 months full time. And again, the same options apply. You can go online, you can change your course load if you find that it gets too much for you. Again, we're still looking at 4 to 5 days of classes per week. If it's direct entry, so if you haven't completed a Cert 3, and you're coming in straight at Cert 4, there's 14 units all up. However, if you're sort of coming from Cert 3 and you're enrolling in the Cert 4, then there's 3 less units for you to do because you've already covered those 3 units in the Cert 3. But I can explain that a little bit further if anybody sort of wants any further information about some of the transitional units amongst the qualifications. I can sort of help you with that. So that's the Cert 4. Now the diploma. 12 months full time. Now, ideally, we would like to see some related library experience or records keeping experience or museums or galleries experience before jumping straight into the diploma. Or alternatively, if you've got a diploma or a Cert 4 in another vocation or you've got university qualifications, then this might be for you. The diploma is 16 units all up if you're coming in straight into the diploma. And again, this is a AQF level 5. And so there are sort of very robust units in the diploma, sort of things like building stakeholder relationships. We've got a big unit on collection management. There's an advanced information literacy unit. And then you've got sort of, you're still dealing with clients, but you're looking at more customer service in terms of research, requirements, and also evaluating customer services like charters and requirements. So it's the next level again. There's a lot more original cataloging and classification. So we delve quite a lot into the sort of the cataloging requirements. There's a digital resource curation unit, which is sort of the digitisation and reformatting of digital resources. And there's also a copyright unit. Again, there's more searching databases and interlibrary loans. There's also a unit which is quite popular, which is an ICT troubleshooting unit, which is actually very good, and a promote literature and reading and events unit. So 12 months full time, 16 units. So I think it's sort of sits at 10 and 6. So I think it's 10 units the first semester, 6 the second semester, only because second semester units are quite big. So you do have to allow for a lot of the units in that qualification a good 20 weeks per semester of content and assessments per unit. So again, if we look at a typical study schedule, 4 to 5 days. Actually, no, it's probably less than that. It's probably it'd be 3 days a week, 3 to 4 days a week. Plus there's an opportunity to undertake an industry placement, which is 6 weeks, and you have to have completed the first semester of the diploma to be eligible for that. Again, units can be available online. You will need to set aside approximately for the diploma units about 6 hours per week per unit. And then on top of that, if you undertake an industry placement 2 days a week, it does become quite a robust sort of timetable. So, if you're online, you may need to sort of stagger some of your units to sort of ensure that you're sort of keeping up with the course work. So that's the study schedule for the diploma. Yeah, so if you've got any questions about the courses, direct entry, or even if you're sort of starting at a Cert 4 and you want to sort of come straight into the diploma, or you're at a Cert 3 and you wanted to come into the diploma, then you can always contact me at TAFE, or you can email client services and they will forward any of your emails to me and I can respond to your queries. But that's pretty much in a nutshell. It's a very popular course. We have potentially quite a lot of work out there in the industry. It is highly competitive. but it's a very rewarding career. There's a lot of technology involved in libraries, lots and lots of customer service. So I guess, when you sort of dive into libraries, you are sort of front of house and you are dealing with people all the time. So, I think skills, good interpersonal skills, good IT skills, I think will probably stand you in good stead once you graduate.